The macabre case sounds like something out of a Scandinavian crime drama, but this is a very real tragedy. In August last year, Peter Madsen went out on his submarine with journalist Kim Wall, who was working on a story about the inventor and engineer. He was rescued from the sinking vessel the next day with no sign of Wall. Madsen said he dropped her off a few hours into the trip. 10 days later, her dismembered torso was found at sea, and the inventor changed his story, saying she died after hitting her head and he'd buried her in the ocean. In October, police said they'd found Wall's skull, with no fractures, in a bag along with her legs and clothes. Her arms were later found by divers. Madsen changed his story again. Prosecutors say he tied Wall up and tortured her, before killing her either by strangulation or cutting her throat. They also believe it was premeditated.
He has explained that the saw that was found is the saw he used. It is the saw from his tool shop.
Investigators believe this was a sadistic sex crime. Madsen has denied any sexual relations with Wall, but prosecutors say a hard drive was seized in his workshop with fetish films showing women being tortured, decapitated, and even burned alive. The engineer says the drive wasn't his. He was formally charged with premeditated murder in January.
This is a very unusual and extremely brutal case, and for the sake of Kim Wall's relatives and the smooth running of the trial, we do not wish to provide any further details of the investigation.
Madsen is a well-known figure in Denmark, and the case has shocked the country.
The suspect was known as inventive, creative, charismatic, offbeat, and also described as an anti-establishment celebrity.
Kim Wall's family and friends remember her as fearless, kind, curious, and full of wanderlust. They've set up a grant to empower women to report on what Wall called the undercurrents of rebellion, and say they hope she'll be remembered as a great journalist and not a victim. Arabella Munro, TRT World.